Hello, friends at home. I am sitting here in the classroom with your classroom friends. Everyone say hello. Hi. And we are okay, thank you. We are getting ready to do today's math lesson. Now, today in math, it's a little bit exciting because for the first time, we are going to be using some of the materials in this math kit that I sent home with you. Now, all of the friends here in the classroom are all set up and ready to go. They have their kits out on their desks, and they have the pieces they need ready to go. So just as a reminder to the kids in the classroom, and as a helpful hint to the friends at home, your box needs to be taken care of, and we need to be very careful when we open it up. There are lots of materials in here, aren't there, boys and girls? Yes, there are lots of materials, but today we are not using everything in the box. We're only using how many items today, friends? 2. We are using this cute little box with counters in it, so you will need that out. And we are using this bright orange sheet. Now, there are actually 2 sides to the bright orange sheet, but we are using the side that says 10 frame today. So once you have your counters and your 10 frame out, you may close your box, and then we will begin our lesson, okay? So let me go ahead here and shrink myself because you don't need to be looking at me. You want to see what we're doing today, okay? So I have my 10 frame here. I have my counters ready to go, and if you open up your math book, we are on page 15 today. So page 15 is the first page at lesson 1.4. And today we're going to be talking about sums of 9 and 10. Remember that a sum is the answer to an addition problem. It is when we bring numbers together, that total is our sum. And we are going to be using these 10 frames today to help us solve the problems, okay? So, Faith, what's up? Oh. Okay, well, we'll worry about that when we get there, okay? All right. So, on the top of page 15, Faith is telling me her 15 doesn't look the same, so I'm going to go check. It looks the same to me, darling. Okay, sorry about that, friends at home. Okay, we figured it out. We had someone on the wrong page. Okay, so now we're going to look at this word problem or this story problem, and we're going to use the 10 frames to help us solve it. So very carefully, friends, at home and in the classroom, very carefully, you are going to open your counters. Don't do it real hard and fast because they'll fly everywhere and then we'll have a disaster. So very carefully open them, and then what I suggest is if you take your lid, you can set your container right on top of it, and then they'll be right where you need them and you won't lose your lid, okay? Now, let's look at this word problem. It says, Jack eats 5 strawberries, 4 grapes, and 5 cherries. Ooh, that sounds delicious, doesn't it? Then it says, how many strawberries and grapes does Jack eat? So to answer the first question, we need to know how many strawberries and how many grapes. So let's look back at our word problem here, Serafina. How many strawberries did it say Jack eats? 5. So boys and girls, I want you to take 5 of your counters, and we're going to put them red side up for the red juicy strawberries. Okay, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 counters on my 10 frame, and those stand for the 5 juicy strawberries. Once you have your 5 counters on your mat, give me a thumbs up so I know we're ready to move on. Awesome. Excellent. All right. Now, it wants to know how many strawberries and grapes. So the next number I need, Blake, is the number of grapes that Jack eats. So how many grapes did it tell us he ate, Blake? 4 grapes. So we're going to reach in and take out some more counters, but this time, are we going to put the red side up? No, we're going to put the yellow side up, to stand for the grapes. So there's 1 grape, 2 grape, 3 grape, 4 grapes. Now, boys and girls, I have counters that are standing for or representing the fruit that Jack eats. Do you see how we put those counters in this grid? And at the top it says 10 frame. A 10 frame is a frame that has 10 boxes in it. Well, that's pretty simple, isn't it? 10 frame has 10 boxes, right? Everybody say that. A 10 frame has 10 boxes. Say it again. A 10 frame has 10 boxes. So now, if I know in my smart brain that a 10 frame has 10 boxes, and I look at this 10 frame right now, and I see that almost all of them are filled up except for one, what does that tell my brain about how many counters there are? Amelia? There are 9 because 1 less than 10 is 9. So Emma, to answer the question, how many strawberries and grapes does Jack eat? He eats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so do you see how using the 10 frame helped us quickly count to 9? All right, let's clear off our 10 frames. You can slide your counters over. You don't have to put them away yet. And the next question says, how many strawberries and cherries does Jack eat? So who remembers how many strawberries there were, Ava June? 5. So let's put 5 juicy strawberries on our 10 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 juicy strawberries. And now, Johnny, how many cherries did Jack eat? 5 cherries. So we're going to use the yellow side so we know that they're different. And we're going to put 5 cherries. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thumbs up when you have 5 strawberries and 5 cherries. Awesome. Now let's think, Isaac. A 10 frame has 10 boxes, right? So if this is a 10 frame and all of the boxes are full, how many must I have? 10. Boys and girls, if it's full, I know it's 10. Say it with me. If it's full, I know it's 10. Again, if it's full, I know it's 10. So if it's a 10 frame and it's full and I know that it's 10, how many strawberries and cherries must Jack have eaten, Brooklyn? 10. You see how it helps us count to 10 very quickly? So if we look here in our book, whoops, sorry about that. If we look here in our book, they used red and blue, we used red and yellow, but it's the same idea. So he ate 9 strawberries and grapes and 10 strawberries and cherries. So now we're going to go down to where it says practice. And they're saying to draw for the second add-in. Instead of drawing it, friends, we're going to use our 10 frames in front of us. So go ahead and clear your boards. Careful not to knock them on the floor. And if we look at number 1, Lily, it says there is 1 red and 9 blue. Now, we don't have blue, we have yellow. So let's do 1 red and 9 yellow, okay? And thumbs up when you get 1 red and 9 yellow on your board. What? 1 red and 9 yellow. It's right there, number 1 in the practice area. And when you have 1 red and 9 yellow, give me a thumbs up so I know you are ready to move on. 1 red and 9 yellow. All right, now looking at that 10 frame with 1 red and 9 yellow, it's full. What did we just learn? If it's full, I know it's 10. So take your pencil right now and next to number 1, trace that answer, number 10. Because it's full, we know there are 10 counters. And then clear your board because we're going to go on to number 2. Okay? Looking at number 2, friends, I have 9 red and 1 blue. Or in our case, we're using yellow. So let's put 9 red and 1 yellow. Go ahead and put 9 red and 1 yellow. And then we'll count up and see how many we have in our 10 frame. 9 and 1. 9 red and 1 yellow. What do you notice about the 10 frame, Lily? It's full, and if it's full, we know it's 10. So 1 plus 9 and 9 plus 1 both equal 10. Excellent. Go ahead and clear your boards, and you can trace that number 10 there for number 2. And now we're going to do number 3. Austin, looking at number 3, how many red counters are there? On number 3? 6. So let's put 6 red counters on our 10 frame right now. 6 red counters. Put the pass on your desk. I think Faith is there, so you'll have to go when she comes back, okay? 6 red counters on our 10 frame. All right, Austin, there are 6 red. How many yellow, Landon, does it tell me to put? 3. So let's put 3 yellow. 1, 2, 3. Now, Serafina, is it full?
No.
No, it's not full, so I know it's not 10. But how many are missing?
1.
Just 1. So if it's just 1 less than 10, what does your smart brain tell you?
9.
9. Excellent. So on the line for number 3, put the number 9. And then clear your boards.
Where?
You are doing fantastic.
Where do you put the
Number 3. Yep, right there.
Right here?
Yep. Number 3, the answer was 9. Okay? All right. Beckett, looking at number 4, how many red counters do they want us to put down? 3. So everyone right now put 1, 2, 3 red counters on your 10 frame. And friends at home, I hope you're doing this with us. And Emma, how many yellow counters do they want us to put? 6. So put 6 yellow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Faith, is it full? No. So we know it's not 10. But how many are missing, Faith? Just 1. So if just 1 is missing from 10, how many must I have? 1 less than 10. 9. Good job. Sorry, it's hard to hear with the masks on. So for number 4, you can put a 9. Fantastic, friends. All right, boys and girls at home, I would like you to try to do the next couple of pages using your 10 frame. And if you have any questions, you can either ask Mom or Dad, or you can send me a message and I would be happy to explain it. But use your 10 frame to help you answer the rest of those problems. So the first number would be the red color, and the second number would be the yellow color. Count them up and write in your answers. And go ahead and finish the next couple pages using your 10 frame as your helper. Okay? Goodbye, friends at home.